We'll look at how to set up EQ in a hands-on section later on, with all the tips and tricks for certain frequencies, certain instruments. But for now, just going to get a grasp of the idea that you can tweak the frequency content of any of these input channels independently. Maybe roll off some lows on some drum overheads, or maybe take some of the nasally quality out of a lead singer's mic. Each channel has its own individual EQ for you to mess with, or not. You don't have to screw around with EQ, if you don't want. Don't make the rookie mistake of just boosting the high end of every channel right across there, or else you'll have a really, really harsh mix. Most EQ adjustments can be in the range of boosting or cutting just a couple of dB. And remember, you have cut as well as boost. Quite often, the best way to increase the mid-range on a signal is to pull out some maybe lows that might be muddying up the sound. Like I said, we'll look at some real-world examples when we mix a song later on, but for now, just know that we have the ability to tweak the sonic spectrum on any channel. If all your band gains are set to the 12 o'clock position, then you won't be boosting or cutting any frequencies. You'll actually quite often feel a notch right at that 12 o'clock position. On some mixes, you actually might have an EQ in-out button that you can push down and pull out. If you just want to kill the EQ circuitry completely on a channel, you can do it right there. It's useful on a sound check if you want to A/B some settings by dropping in the EQ in and out, so that you can hear your EQ changes in musical and not too harsh. Now, I might have mentioned that before. Your particular mixer might have one or have more or less elaborate settings than this particular one here. Sometimes there's just a bass and treble control. Some have 4-band EQs with Q controls that narrow or spread out the frequencies being affected by the EQ change. But by what we've learned here, and what we're going to learn in the mixing sections of the course, you'll be able to really handle any EQ situation with ease.